Today I'm going to make graham crackers, and this is in preparation for my keto chocolate eclair cake. The information for this recipe will be found at the end of this video. So I'm starting with 2 cups or 224 grams of almond flour. To that, I'm going to add swerve brown sugar, 1/3 of a cup or 76 grams of brown sugar, or you can use golden erythritol. And to this mix, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I'm just going to mix this so that it gets pretty well blended together. Break up a few of those brown sugar lumps. Next, I'm going to stir in 4 tablespoons of melted butter, and I have 1 egg and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And I'm going to mix this until it forms a dough. Once I have this completely combined, I'm going to take a small sheet pan. I have 2 pieces of parchment, and I'm just going to spoon out the dough around the parchment, and I'm going to roll it out with my French roller. The dough should be rolled out to about 1/4 inch thickness. Now I'm just going to place my other piece of parchment over it. Press it down a little. And I'm just going to roll it out. size that you want. And just to aerate them a bit, I'm going to take a fork and punch a few holes in the dough. I'm going to place these in an oven that's been preheated at 300 degrees. These will bake for 20 to 22 minutes. What you want to do is watch and see if you have any browning around the edge. And once you see that, it's a good time to take them out and you'll let it cool. Don't try to break them because almond flour, as you know, is very delicate. It will need time to cool so that it can harden. So allow them to cool for about 10 minutes and then just transfer them to a cooling rack. Depending on how you cut them, this recipe should yield 18 2x5 crackers. I've just made mine to fit into this pan, so I have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. In preparation for this, I have already whipped heavy whipping cream, and I've made instant vanilla pudding, and I also made my own graham crackers. So let's get to it. The first thing I'm going to do is add 16 ounces of the whipped cream to the vanilla pudding. So I will need to measure that off. So I'm going to use my Escali scale, and I'm going to place my mixing bowl onto the scale, selecting the ounce function, and I'm going to zero it out. Now, to make this vanilla pudding, I have used 2 1.5 ounces of instant pudding. I'm now going to add 16 ounces. I will have to fold the cream into the pudding. Now I'm going to give you the websites where I found the keto whipped cream. So I'm just very carefully folding the cream because I don't want to deflate the whipped cream. That looks good. So I have lined a 9 by 9 inch bowl with my graham crackers, and I'm going to just layer the pudding over the crackers. Then I will add another layer of crackers and another layer of pudding. So I'm going to put about half of this mix over the crackers. Now I'm going to add another layer of crackers. Okay, so I have my layer of crackers, and I'm going to add another layer of the whipped cream. And to this, I'm going to add the last few crackers. I'm also going to make a layer of chocolate ganache to go over the top. Every eclair I've ever eaten has a chocolate coating. So I've made a chocolate ganache out of 1 cup of heavy cream, 6 ounces of sugar-free chocolate, and after heated and stirred, I added in 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm just going to take this chocolate and put it over the pie. spread the ganache across the top of this pie. I'm going to put it back in the refrigerator until tomorrow. My chocolate eclair cake has been in the refrigerator for in excess of 12 hours. So I'm just going to remove it from the pan. So you can see that using the parchment paper to line the pan made it so much easier to lift out, and the lovely chocolate that's covering the top. So give me a minute. I'm just going to plate this. How beautiful is this? So the next thing, of course, that's necessary is really just to cut it and give it a taste. If you love chocolate, you'll really love this chocolate ganache. Chocolate is cold, so it's very solid. Of course, you know we could never have a slice quite this large, but I just wanted you to see how nicely layered it is. It makes a really beautiful presentation. Here comes the good part. I'm just going to try a piece with the chocolate ganache. And I'm going to try a piece with the graham cracker. This is so delicious. This is the type of cake that you will be happy to take to any social event as a hostess gift, or just as something to have in the house when you need that special little treat. And because it's ketogenic, we could actually have this for breakfast. So until next time, bon appetit. See you soon.